Yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on, guys? Let's just say good morning, good afternoon. Good afternoon. For me, it's morning because I worked until like 4 o'clock in the morning last night. So yeah, I was sleeping in, that's for sure. All right, just give me one quick second here, guys. We're gonna have a look at the JASMY chart first, as we always do about this time. Just give me one sec. All right, let's get into the JASMY chart, shall we? So we broke above resistance last night, as you can see. Got up to 1 cent 976, but we're back ping ponging inside of here. So we have two inverse head and shoulders, a smaller scale and a larger scale, guys, that we're looking at. As you can see right here, boom, 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 inverse head and shoulders right here happening. Then we also have, if we zoom out, this bigger inverse head and shoulders that's playing out. Either way, we're projected to propel us well out of this descending channel that we're in. Look at this, guys. Look how long we've been inside of this, guys. Crazy, absolutely crazy. If you've been here for a while, you know that back here when we broke out in February, 500%, we consolidated here for 3 months. This is working on 5 months, guys. 5 months inside of here. Can you imagine the breakout? If this was 500%, imagine what this is going to be, right? Absolutely phenomenal breakout incoming, in my opinion, guys. It's going to be the kickoff of something very, very special. Now, real quick, just so you guys know, I'm going to be over on the Patreon after this live stream's over, doing a group video call, and I'm going to be discussing when exactly I think altcoin season's going to kick off. So make sure you guys are there. Jump over. The link to the Patreon is in the pinned comments and it's in the chat. So make sure you guys are there for that because, yeah, we have some important conversations over there, okay? So get involved, and join the conversation, guys. All right, so what else do we have? There, I just put it in the chat for you guys, okay, to the Patreon. So, all right, so let's get into let's go over to Bitcoin's chart. Let's see what's happening on Bitcoin. Continuing to set these higher highs and higher lows, guys. Look at this. We continue to climb. Wonder where this candidate, like, how much longer before we break out here to the $70,000 level, guys? And then if we get up here, guys, right here, this line that I put in, if we close above there, like $39 million in shorts is going to get liquidated, which is going to propel us finally through all-time high. Finally, if we get up there and close above there, guys, we're going to see a short squeeze, and that is going to be the fuel that we need for this rocket to kick off. So looking good, guys, looking good. And the RSI is not even that bad, 67.56. But look, if I go over to the weekly, time frame, look at the RSI here, 58.19. A lot of room to the upside for us to go. A lot of room for the upside. So I'm very, very excited about what is coming, guys. Very excited. All right, let's get over to the vote. Just so I'll get into the chat, guys, after I get through the news, just so that you guys know I'm not ignoring the chat. I will jump into it as soon as we get through the news. All right, so over on the bubbles, guys, people have been asking me a lot about Helium Mobile yesterday in the live stream. Very bullish on Helium Mobile, guys. I am a holder of it. I am bullish on it. I think it doesn't have any real competition in its narrative, so very, very bullish. Bitcoin 68 right now. JASMY down 1.6%, 1 cent 902. Not too bad, guys. Just, altcoins are just kind of going sideways while Bitcoin is getting ready to pop off, right? So, so yeah. All right, let's get into some of the news here, shall we? Breaking news, BlackRock in talks with global crypto exchanges to use their BITL token as futures collateral. And that is, that's just a matter of time before it happens, right? Just a matter of time. So, yeah. All right, we got a couple of videos to get through that are kind of comical. It's just a couple of videos of Gary Gensler getting his ass shredded by Congress. So let's listen in here because I think it's hilarious. And I think we could all use a laugh and we could all use Gary Gensler sweating.
I'd like to get a yes or no answer from everybody. Here, starting with Commissioner Crenshaw, yes or no. Do you agree with Vice President Harris, her statement that the U.S. should encourage innovative technologies like digital assets, protecting investors and consumers? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Watch Gary.
Protecting the investors, I agree with that for sure. Promoting innovation, yes, but protecting investors.
Yes or no?
He can't just say yes. He's always got to talk some smack,
Yes, protect the investors. That's what we are doing.
Chair Gensler, I hope you understand that your misguided approach to regulation by enforcement, open hostility to crypto is hurting our economy and sending American jobs overseas. You've single-handedly set us back years in our support for Web3 technology.
Ooh, imagine at your job. Imagine that was your job and your boss said to you, you have literally set us back years. Imagine your boss saying that to you. Oh, man. How do you go home and look your wife in the face at dinner? I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it. We got some more.
The SEC broke the law. Your attorneys lied to the court, and no one in your leadership here in D.C. has been held accountable. That tracks. Seems like business as usual here in Washington. Okay, switching gears very quickly. It's been recently reported that Vice President Harris has finally said she'd craft clear rules of the road for the digital asset space if she becomes president. Is this your approach too, sir? Or do you think she's rebuking you because she doesn't think you've done a good enough job establishing these clear rules over the last 3 years of her administration?
I think that there's laws in place. If Congress wishes to change them, they'll change them. But we are enforcing the laws, and there are many people in this field
so you don't think
not
she's
following
rebuking
the laws.
Reclaiming my time. Well, it's very interesting that you view your performance that way, because we have a litany of court cases, extraordinary confusion in the marketplace, and millions of Americans pining for clarity from you. You've abused the agency's enforcement tools, and you've even baited companies eager to comply with you, only to hit them with enforcement actions. You've retaliated against businesses and people who have come before this committee to talk about the next generation of American finance. And perhaps somehow, worst of all, you've made up the term crypto asset security. This term is nowhere to be found in statute. You made it up. You never provided any interpretive guidance on how crypto asset security might be defined within the walls of your SEC. Yet, you made the broad proclamation that you believe a majority of tokens are crypto asset securities. You did this, and you deliberately used this made-up term as the basis for your entire enforcement crusade over the past 3 years, only for your lawyers to retract it in a footnote to a court just last week. Your inconsistencies on this issue, sir, have set this country back. We could not have had a more historically destructive or lawless chairman of the SEC. And I yield back.
Oh, I love listening to Emmer tear Gary Gensler to shreds, man. we got one more. We got one more. Listen to this one.
Torres for 5 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Gensler, suppose I were to sell you a Yankee ticket and tell you that the Yankee ticket could appreciate in value and could be resold at a profit in the secondary market. And as is the case with all sports tickets, suppose the proceeds from the sale of the Yankee ticket goes toward paying for the Yankee game. By selling you the Yankee ticket, am I entering into an investment contract with you and therefore conducting an unregistered security offering?
I appreciate the question. I don't know all the facts and circumstances, but I don't think so.
Look at the smirk on his face. Look at the smirk on his face. He knows what he's doing. That's why he's smirking like that. You just want to hit him, don't you?
I know where we're headed here, Representative, but I don't think so in that Yankee.
So a Yankee ticket is not, and why is a Yankee ticket not a security?
Well, it's really a question, and the courts have been clear on this, is the offer and sale.
Specifically with a Yankee ticket, though. When you're buying a Yankee ticket, what are you purchasing?
You're buying
access to a Yankee game. Is that fair to say?
I understand. It's been a while since I went to a Yankee game, but
fair enough. You're welcome to a Yankee game.
I used to live in New York, and my three daughters were all born in New York.
So in the Stoner Cats case, the creators were selling an NFT that offered access to an animated web series. From the standpoint of federal securities law, is there a legal difference between buying a Yankee ticket that offers you the experience of a Yankee game and buying an NFT that offers you the experience of an animated web series?
Again, I don't want to comment on any one specific.
Well, it was a settlement, it's a fait accompli. It's not an ongoing litigation. You can comment on it.
But it's about how is something offered and sold. Is it offered and sold as an investment contract? Or are individuals looking to a common enterprise anticipating profits based on the efforts?
Well, I'm familiar with the definition, and you're avoiding the question. See, here's the danger I see with the Gensler theory of investment contracts.
It's right? Actually the Supreme Court's theory of investment.
Well, your idiosyncratic interpretation of the Supreme Court's theory. The expectation or promise that an object could appreciate in value or that an object could be sold at a profit in the secondary market, that expectation or profit could be retrospectively attributed to just about any collectible or any consumer good or any piece of art or any piece of music. The trouble with the Gensler theory of investment contracts is that it's so open-ended that it lacks anything resembling a limiting principle. It blurs the line between collectible and security, between art and security.
I love watching Gary get torn to ribbons, guys. I love it. I can't wait for the next time, if he even has a next time in front of Congress. So just in, Bitcoin ETFs had $2.1 billion in inflows this week, the highest since March. Guys, it's getting scooped up on such a fast level. I don't understand how some people don't understand how the supply is running out very quickly, guys. The global crypto market cap is $2.34 trillion today and is estimated to reach around $67 trillion during this 2024-2025 bull run. JASMY only needs $49 billion to reach $1, which is just 1% of $6 trillion floating in the crypto soon. That's accurate but inaccurate at the same time, because market cap doesn't mean that $49 billion needs to currently be in the project. That's not what market cap is. Too many people don't understand what market cap actually means. And the problem is most of them are content creators. And they talk about market cap and they talk about price predictions based on market cap when they don't even understand the formula that they're calculating. They don't even know what market cap is. I'm going to show you guys something, right? So that you're not just seeing my words, right? Just hang on a second here. Stupid Google never actually gives you an answer anymore to anything. You know what I'll do? Let's do this. So I just went to ChatGPT instead. So check this out. So ask ChatGPT, how do you calculate market cap, right? So put it simply, guys, market cap is not the amount of money that's currently in a project. All market cap is share price. So the price of the crypto, in this case, we're talking crypto, right? The price times the total number in circulation. Okay, so it's the price, the value. So with Jasmy, it's, let's say Jasmy's 2 cents right now. It's 2 cents times the total number in circulation. That's what market cap is. Market cap doesn't equal the amount of money that's in a project, right? So too many people, and again, I say this, most of the time it's content creators, don't even understand what market cap is, but they're out on YouTube or on X and they're saying, well, this project can't get to this price because market cap, market cap, market cap. That doesn't make any sense, right? Because again, I will stress it, market cap does not equal the amount of money that's currently in a project. That's not what that is, okay? So just a lot of people don't understand that kind of stuff. And just so that you guys know, these are the kind of lessons that you learn over on the Patreon, right? We educate over there, right? So that when somebody says to you down the road, hey man, Jasmy or whatever project can't get to this market, can't get to this price because of market cap, you will understand that that person doesn't understand what market cap actually is, right? So little lesson there for you guys, right? Little lesson for you. All right, what else do we got? What else do we got? So Bitcoin ETFs have massively outperformed the launch of cold ETFs in their first year. Check this out. The first year of Bitcoin ETFs here in orange versus, look at this, versus gold ETFs. The rest of this is like 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5. Imagine 9 years from now what the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to be if this was year 1, right? That's why I say to you guys, again, I can't give you financial advice, but what I can tell you is for me, I am going to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I can, and I'm going to hold it for the long term until it's $1 million a coin, because I believe that that is what's going to happen, right? I think it's inevitable. I mean, you've got Michael Saylor talking about a $13 million Bitcoin. Let's listen in on Charles Hoskinson here. He believes that Cardano will overtake Bitcoin. I strongly disagree. I don't think anything's going to overtake Bitcoin, but let's listen.
In 7 years' time, since Cardano launched, we went from nothing to an 11-figure network with millions of people and the largest research group in the world and the passion of the young people. And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Ethereum. And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Bitcoin. And in another decade's time, the majority of governments in the world will run on our infrastructure because they trust it. That is what thinking in decades gives you. In 7 years.
That's a bold proclamation from our beloved Charles Hoskinson. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 2 decades, Cardano, bigger than Ethereum and Bitcoin? I don't know. I will leave that one to you guys to speculate on. Tony Edwards, check this out. He says the bull run setup. So he's got some TA on his channel. Listen up.
Let's jump back to Bitcoin supply and exchanges. What are we seeing there? Is it continuing to decline?
Yeah, so on the supply and exchange end, this is one of my templates here that looks at not just Bitcoin, but also the Tether and USD coin supply and exchanges. Starting with Bitcoin, it's looking very good. You want to be rooting for Bitcoin to continue moving off of exchanges because theoretically that means there's less sell pressure and fear of a giant sell-off from a whale or group of whales. So we've seen just a consistent decline. It's currently sitting at about 9.3% of Bitcoin on exchanges, where going back to April 30th, just under 6 months ago, it was sitting at about 10.2%. If we go back even further, you can see how far we've come down. It's
Wow.
Going back here to November, 12.16%, and now at 9.31.
So guys, I've been saying this, and some people argue and they say, "Oh, the exchanges are not going to run out of Bitcoin." Yes, they are. We're literally seeing it, guys. Think about this for a second. He just said like 12.5% was on exchanges in November of last year. Now only 9.35% of Bitcoin, remaining Bitcoin, is on exchanges available, right, in the reserves. That's a big drop in just. So basically, by the peak of the next bull run, we may very well see no Bitcoin or very little Bitcoin left to be purchased on exchanges, guys. You know, people think it's absurd until it happens, right? We are very quickly seeing the available Bitcoin drop dramatically on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis now that the ETFs are scooping them all up, right? So what do you think that equals, guys? The supply dropping like that over time. By the time we get to the peak of next morning, are you even going to be able to buy a full Bitcoin anymore?
So you're talking about almost a quarter of the Bitcoin that was on exchanges back in November is now in cold wallets, or at least away from known exchange wallets.
It's gone. It's taken off exchanges. There you have it, guys, right? I try to show you the way the wind is blowing. What do we got? We are on the cusp of a parabolic bull run, except this time there are countries, entire countries, and multi-billion-dollar institutions investing in Bitcoin. This cycle will be like no other, and there is no telling how high Bitcoin will go. I have to tend to agree with that sentiment. And of course, we can't do a live stream without chiming in with Mr. Michael Saylor.
So about this possible winter, are you really not feeling the cold?
Look, if you're going to invest in Bitcoin, a short time horizon is 4 years, a mid-time horizon is 10 years. The right time horizon is forever. You know, Warren Buffett said, you know, if you wouldn't hold it for 10 years, you shouldn't hold it for 10 minutes. So if you look at the course of 4 years, no one's ever lost money over 4 years holding Bitcoin. And if you look at, you know, our experience, we started buying it at $10,000 and now it's up by a factor of 4. So given the right time horizon, you're fine. So it's a blessing and a curse. The blessing is it makes it the most exciting, interesting thing in the financial universe everywhere in the world. And the curse is it can induce anxiety for people that have a short attention span or are focused on a narrow time horizon.
I love his perspective on Bitcoin, guys. Absolutely love it. He's absolutely right. Here's a couple of tips, guys. A couple of tips here from Lark, showing you the signs that you know that you're topping in the market, okay?
Bitcoin in March, $72,000. Coinbase App Store ranking hit number 20. Man, the next time I see the Coinbase app in the top 50, that is like a woo-hoo, warning signal for sure. I'm thinking, hey, I get to the top 5 and then you got to sell. But even just seeing the top 50 is like, okay, like it's happening. It's, you know, it's just get ready to sell, guys. Bitcoin now 68K, but the Coinbase App Store ranking is 440. Price is almost the same, but retail is not back at all. Think about that. Think about that, man. That's a major indicator when things break out. As I've said many times, number go up. Technology is the #1 advertisement for crypto. When Bitcoin starts hitting 100K, everybody flocks back in. Everybody starts coming. You start getting the phone calls from, you know, the old college buddies asking you what dog coins to buy. Okay? That's when things start getting real, and you got to start listening to the warning signals when they happen. But it's going to come. It's going to come, and it'll be real crazy, man.
Those are the signs, guys, that you know you should be starting to consider leaving the market when your hairdresser, when your friends, when people who are not in crypto in your life start asking you about what they should buy and what product. Should I buy Bitcoin? Should I buy Dogecoin? Should I buy whatever? That's a sign, guys, that we're starting to top because all the retail's flooding back in. That's what that means, right? And that's what Lark is trying to get across here, guys, is that that's a clear-cut sign that it's time to go. And same thing with Coinbase app over on the App Store. Right now it's ranked 440th or something like that. When it gets up inside the top 50, top 20 in most downloaded apps, it's time to go, guys. It's time to go. That means retail is here. The money has flooded in. Get out before it's too late. That's what that means. And we have an article to go through. Bitcoin surges past 68K as analysts react. Bitcoin's recent performance has caught the eye of investors as it reclaimed the 68K threshold last Friday. Renowned crypto analyst Michael Vanderpop shared insights with his 730,800 followers, asserting that Bitcoin is poised to approach its previous all-time high in the near future. Vanderpop has forecasted that Bitcoin could potentially exceed its previous record of about $74,000 in just a few days. Sorry. However, he warned of a potential dip back to 65K mark prior to this rise. He emphasized that Bitcoin's current consolidation phase may reflect market vulnerabilities, while also noting that the upcoming elections and the possible Federal Reserve rate cut could significantly impact the situation. The analyst also pointed to the anticipated correlation between Ethereum and the U.S. Treasury yields starting next month, implying that altcoins might outshine Bitcoin's performance. With Ethereum priced around $2,637, Vanderpop mentioned that the Fed's upcoming meeting in November could provide positive signals for altcoins. So very bullish potential future here, guys. If we can break above 68K, if we can get to 72.6, guys, 39 million in shorts gets liquidated. Very, very bullish. That would give us our next leg up. So it's just a waiting game. But if we go back over to the Bitcoin chart, guys, if we go back to the Bitcoin chart, I have been telling you guys for about 2 weeks now that is it guaranteed? No, this is not guaranteed, but it's possible that we do see Bitcoin come back down to this level here between 64 and 65K. Let's actually put a box there. Okay, let's put a box. So between 65 and 64K, it's possible we come back inside this box here. Okay, that's entirely possible. And the reason for that would be we would be setting a new higher low, which is a sign of further trajectory to the upside, right? So it would be actually, while it might feel bearish to come back down to 65, 64K, it would actually be us putting in a higher low, which is actually bullish in the big picture, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. But we are continuing to set higher lows here. If we can close this weekly time frame up here over 68K tomorrow, that would be pretty big as well. That in itself would be a higher low. So we're going to pay attention to it, guys. But that's the possibility right now, right? Let me look back over at the JASMY chart here real quick. Okay. All right. So let's get into the chat a little bit, see what's going on. Holmes, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. New year, buddy. New year in hockey. Let's see what happens, man. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun season, buddy. Michael, JASMY to $10 in 2030. That would be phenomenal, man. That's why you always keep a moon bag, brother. Guys, make sure you smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Kat, how are you? I don't see you very often anymore. It's great to have you here. Sun is hot is in the house. Tara, yo, yo, yo. What is up, crypto coin guy? Hello, everyone. JASMY going to $7 summer 2025. Once the tech is used in the Apple iPhone. Nice. That will be amazing. Strange Sky in the house. What's up? I'm feeling bullish too, man. I am feeling bullish too. Bitcoin to 120K this run. Absolutely, crypto coin guy. Yes, my target somewhere between 150 to 200K is where we're going to top out. I think maybe a happy medium of around 180K, 170K, somewhere around there. For a blow off top, we'll probably wick up there and then come back down. Facts. You guys worried about the high inflation? What inflation are you referring to? Facts. I saw you say that yesterday too. I'm trying to get a beat on what you're referring to, because almost 100% of their supply is in circulation. They're not making any more coins. They're actually looking at locking tokens up as a TVL in their ecosystem. They've incentivized in the ecosystem, not much different than Onyx Coin has for and Cardano did in the last bull run. So I'm trying to get a beat on what you're referring to exactly, my friend. Imagine the boss telling Gary you're fired. Yes. Rob the OG, the Santa prep is going good. Nice. That's what I like to hear, man. Crypto Jess, what's up, man? Good morning. Good to see you, man, from Southeast Asia. Nice. Good to see you again, brother. Tara, all talk. Congress could do something, but just put on a show and said they did try to do something, but Biden boycotted. Biden vetoed what they did, right? So that's the thing. They have anything that they do, they have to pass in legislation or make a rule, and Biden keeps swatting it down, right? That's the problem. Strange Guy, why is Gary still working there? Yeah, good question, man. Maybe Gary is on our side. Check it out. He's suppressing the market until after the election. And once he's fired, crypto explodes. He's probably stocking. Yeah, no kidding. He's probably filling his own bags, right? Tony, what's up, buddy? JASMY will be in the top 10 on coin market cap. Japan is issuing a stimulus package, 13 trillion yen. Nice. Yes. Just like in 2021. Yes. China's doing the same thing. They haven't announced how much yet, but China's doing the same thing. Only a matter of time for the U.S. starts quantitative easing as well. Holmes says exactly, Tony. I saw the news on the stimulus. Hopefully some. Yes. Well, JASMY is the only legally regulated crypto in Japan as well. So Jetpack in the house. What's up, buddy? Rod, what's going on, fam? Here shining my, yes, your rocket for takeoff. Nice. WF Capital, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Venom's in the house. Institutions are seeing a lot of buying in Bitcoins, ETFs. Yes. Very, very much so right now. Very much so. Simon, what's up, buddy? Looks like our time has come. Let the bull run commence. Cat, thank you. Doing good. Crypto's melting my head. Absolutely. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. Simon, do you see a 300K to 500K BTC if the euphoria becomes high enough? This bull run? No, I don't see a 3 to 500K Bitcoin this bull run. Next bull run I do, probably 2028, 2029 bull run. Yeah, for sure. But not this time around. Not this time around. Terra, Congress can subpoena Gensler. Yeah, they threatened to. They did threaten to, but then they didn't. I don't know why they haven't followed through on it yet. You know, I think it's like, I do kind of understand, like, there has never in history been an SEC chair that had to be subpoenaed by Congress. So they're obviously trying to avoid doing something like that because it is extreme. And things that are extreme, we need to keep them extreme because us as humans, we do tend to, things tend to get numb to us very, very quickly, right? Like the level of acceptance that we're willing to tolerate on certain things is absolutely unbelievable. That's why they call it like the frog in the boiling pot, right? When you do something extreme once and there is no repercussions, there is no backlash, it's not as impactful, then all of a sudden that becomes the norm, right? And then we start to see subpoenas flying out of Congress all the time. And then, you know, and to put a bureaucrat in prison for not following through on a subpoena, probably chances are slim to none, right? Their government doesn't work that way. You know that the government does not hold themselves accountable, right? They hold themselves to a higher to a lower standard than they hold us. The SEC case is a perfect example, with the SEC not filing their paperwork on time, doing it late. If it was Ripple that filed late, or you or I filed late, our appeal would be thrown out. But because the SEC is a government agency, they seem to have that leeway to do whatever they want and not have to suffer the consequences of their actions. The fact that we allowed our governments to set rules and policies in place that protect bureaucrats and government officials from the consequences of their actions while they're in office is absurd that we allow that, right? That we allowed them to do that. Think about that for a second. They literally put in place rules that any bureaucrat or a politician while in office cannot, like, barring any kind of major federal offense, right? I don't want to name any because of the algorithm, but you know what I'm talking about when I say the big offenses, right? Outside of those, they can pretty much do whatever they want and be free from litigation, either from criminal acts or civil acts, like being sued. Like Gary Gensler should, when he leaves the SEC, we should be allowed to sue him for his actions, but we can't. He's protected as a bureaucrat from the consequences of his actions while he was in office, right? The fact that we allowed our government officials to put those kind of rules in place to protect them from the consequences of their own actions while in office, that's a red flag, right? Jetpack, is it true that we'll have gold ETF coming soon? What? Is it true that we'll have a gold ETF coming soon? I don't understand your question, brother. I'm sorry, brother. I don't understand what you're asking me there. Maybe it's my brain's not functioning. JASMY, realistic price, please, 2025. My friend, I've literally done 100 JASMY price prediction videos, but I think that JASMY, realistically, I'm targeting somewhere between $1 and $1.50, $1.25, something like that. Otaku, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a bit. It's going good, brother. It's going good. How's the channel going, man? I got to pop in and see how your channel's doing, man. I've been so busy lately. Jetpack, when in office, it's like they're insured so they can do bad things. Yes, exactly. And like Deaton accused Elizabeth Warren of in their last debate yesterday, we covered, was saying like that we're sick and tired of people like Elizabeth Warren going to Congress broke and coming back 10 years later multimillionaires, right? How the hell does that happen? Because they're doing illegal stuff, right? My bad, Rob. I was saying, do you think BlackRock will have a gold ETF? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. A gold ETF. Yeah. Why wouldn't they? Otaku, same man. Took 2 weeks off to take care of personal matters. Well, I hope everything's okay, man. I hope it's all good in the hood for you, brother. Hopefully you get back at it, man. I'd like to tune into one of your live streams and check it out, man. Any price prediction for Gala? I mean, I haven't looked at Gala in a while. Gala got to what, 82 cents in the last bull run? Something like that. 82 cents. All-time high $1.16. That's not accurate. It did not go to $1.16. No, it did not. No, it did not. Oh, that's Canadian. That's why. That's Gala. Here we go. We'll go over here. 80. I'm pretty sure it's like 82 cents, right? All-time high. Yeah, 82 cents. Yeah. See? Bunch of useless knowledge up here, guys, for crypto, right? Just years of being in it. Where do I think that Gala can go? Do I think Gala can hit its all-time high? No, I don't. And the problem is, the reason that I say that is because when they did their token migration, they dumped a whole crap load more coins in circulation, so they watered down their supply. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for Gala to get back to its all-time high. I think that they could do anywhere between 40 to 60 cents, but getting back to 85 is going to be one hell of a task, especially since they don't really have any momentum right now. It's a good project, don't get me wrong, but looking into a newer project like Miria, which is, you know, kind of like the next generation of Gala for this bull run, is probably a smarter idea, in my opinion. Isaac, what's up, fam? Good to see you, brother. Is YouTube still blocking you from sending super chats? You were saying to me last time I talked to you that it wasn't letting you send super chats for some reason. Because as you can see on your name right now, you still have your sticker, so that you're still a member. Any updates on Swift? I just did a TA video on Swift the other day, but outside of that, not really. I mean, I was talking. Who was I talking with Swift about? Oh, you know what? We were talking about it on the Patreon. That's right. We were talking about it over on the Patreon, I think yesterday. So yeah, there's no real development. Just continuing to list new projects on their swap and become more and more of an all-chain bridge. But we had a pretty deep dive discussion on Swift over on the Patreon. We do group video calls over there, guys. Get over to the Patreon and join the conversation, guys. We have a lot of these in-depth, deeper dive conversations and debates over on the Patreon. Miss you too, man. We got to keep pushing the news. A lot of content is so stale right now. I know, brother. I know. Absolutely, I agree with you, man. I agree. There's a lot of garbage out there. Tasman, UNDAI. No, I am not, but I do have an eye on it, though. I am watching it. DIA, sorry. I do have my eyes on it. I'm not holding any right now, for full transparency. No, I do not hold any, but it is on my list. Junior, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, Gala V2 was a nightmare. Yes, 100%, man, 100%. And then you combine that with what happened with the the lawsuit between the two founders. It kind of hurt. It hurt the project, right? It didn't make me like bearish on the project. I think Gala will still do okay, but it didn't help matters at all, right? Isaac, I found the problem. I canceled my card and I'm waiting for another to arrive. Update my payment method. Boom, there you go. Went through. Super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. Awesome, man. I wonder why that happened with your card, though. I wonder why that happened. YouTube is finicky with that kind of stuff, though. Right? I get that sometimes people will tell me that. They'll say, hey, man, I tried to send you. Why did you block my super chat and my super stickers? Why would I block your super sticker? Right? But thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Jetpack, still loving my Onyx staking. Yes. The what is the APR right now? Is it still up at like 42, 43%? Let's have a look. 42.72%, guys. If you hold Onyx and you're not staking, I don't know what you're doing with your life at this point, right? Went through. Nice. Yes. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Axie finally pumped. Is Axie pumping? Let's have a look at Axie. Let's look over at Axie. Oh, yeah. 8.5% move on the day so far. It's up 10 point. Yeah, it's been a slow year for Axie. It's only up 23.8% on the year. But Axie is, you know what? Honestly, man, where's their website? Axie. Let's go to their website. Axie Infinity has great potential. It really does, in my opinion. You know what the biggest problem with them is? Their marketing sucks. You can have good games, you can have a good platform, but at the end of the day, if no one knows that you have a good game, then your project's going to fail, right? So, yeah, I do think that there's a lot of potential with Axie Infinity, but they got to step it up, man. I can't wait to stake Jasmy. Yes, absolutely, man. Super Wallet's going to come out, man. We could stake. I'm going to be staking my Jasmy through the entire next bear market on the Super Wallet, guys. It's going to be epic. What's my opinion on ADA? You know what? I mean, listen, I used to be far more bullish on Cardano than I am now. I still hold Cardano. I've held it for a long time. and I've always liked Charles, right? I know a lot of people have problems. Here's what I like about Cardano. I like the fact that they don't rush their products out to market and their upgrades, right? And I know that that frustrates some people, but I would rather see them launch updates and stuff that work the first time instead of launching things with all kinds of bugs in them. Because when a project starts launching things in a rush and there's all kinds of bugs and things like that, well, then you end up feeding the fudders fuel to attack your project, right? So then people start, bashing it like, oh, it's not, it's failing. It's, haha, great upgrade. It sucks, right? Cardano takes their time, but they do things properly, right? Now I know that you have YouTubers like BitBoy out there saying Cardano's dead. I disagree, right? I disagree. Is Cardano going to be one of the top performers in this bull run? No, it's not. But it will perform well nonetheless. I think we're going to see about a $5 to $6, maybe a $7 Cardano, somewhere around there. Cardano still has a very strong, large community, and Charles, is very, very active and transparent. So I just think that there's better projects though, right? Something like KASPA, for example, and I'm speaking strictly in terms of return on investment, right? So Simon Robb, what are your thoughts on Algo and XLM? I haven't heard you say much about these two in some time. Your opinion has changed? No, my opinion has not changed. Algorand is in my top 7 holdings, I think. So I am extremely bullish on Algorand for sure. My thoughts haven't changed on it. I was supporting Algorand back when they lost their top TVL provider in their ecosystem, and they fell down to 8 cents. And at the same time, the SEC was trying to label it a security and stuff. And I stayed true to it. I was making videos supporting it. I'm 100% on board with Algorand. As for XLM, I love XLM. I hold XLM. It's a moderate size bag. Okay, I lean towards XRP. However, if I'm going to choose between the two of them, but I do think that we'll see pretty close to $1, somewhere between 80 cents to $1 for XLM in this bull run. So yes. Taz with the super stickers and super chat. Moonwell and Super are sleepers. Yeah, I just looked at Moonwell the other day. I think. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, 5 cents, $161 million market cap. A lot of room for growth in this one. Almost 3/5 of the supply in circulation. Yeah, I am a big fan of the Polkadot and Moonbeam Glimmer ecosystems for sure. For sure, I am. Yeah, I think that Moonwell is going to do very well. Look how much it's up on the year, 1,436%. It's up 101% on the month. Guys, even on the week, it's up 57%. Fantastic returns on Moonwell. I hope you're doing good on your Moonwell, man. Absolutely. Good pick. Good pick, in my opinion. And Super. Let's have a look at Super. Are you talking SuperVerse? Is this one you're talking about? Oh, wow. $589 million market cap. About half the supply, a little over half the supply in circulation. Another one's had a fantastic year, 1,727%. Very nice, very nice. It's on Ethereum. They're GameFi, NFT collectibles? What are they? Let's go to their website. You got me curious about Super. I haven't done any looking into Super. Gaming United. They got staking. Connect the biggest Web3 community to the best crypto games. Okay. I am a big fan of Web3 gaming, as you guys are well aware, right? Authentic and reputable Web3 network of highly passionate partners and players who've built a reach. Nice. Innovation. Unification. Oh yeah, so this is like a platform, kind of like Miria or something then. So So it's not a game, it's a gaming platform, like an L2. Very interesting. All the best games. I'm going to have to look into this one a little bit more, man. I'm going to have to look into this one a little bit more. You caught my interest on this. Let me go back and see where they're listed. Oh, yeah, they're on Kraken, Coinbase, Bitvavo, Uniswap. No KuCoin? Do we have any KuCoin? It's on Binance. Crypto.com. Wow, they got like all the tier 1 exchanges, eh? Look at that. BitTrue. Oh, they're on KuCoin. Yeah. Wow, look at that, eh? Great project. It's having itself a great year. Good pickup, man. Good pickup. Funky, howdy. Well, I jumped into on the Turbo Express. Hope it has a few more. Turbo, I could see Turbo still 10xing from where it is. I could see about a 10-cent Turbo. What's up, man? Is it possible to have multiple alt season in the same bull cycle? Yeah, I mean, in theory, there are multiple alt seasons throughout a bull cycle. It's just different degrees of pumpage, right? Kat, thank you. Appreciate the opinion. 5 USD would be fantastic. Absolutely. Absolutely. JJ, what's up, man? I think Super partnered with Wagami Games also. Did they? Did they do that? Let me see here. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Let's look it up over here. Let's see if there's any news about it. Any articles 3 days ago. Bitcoin's rise, 4 picks. I'm not seeing any articles about them partnering with Wagami Games. But I will look into that, though. I will look into that. What's my algo price prediction? Honestly, $4 to $5. $4 to $5 would be reasonable for Algorand for sure. So that's where I could see that going. Guys, make sure you're smashing that like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us grow and definitely means a lot. And also, guys, listen, I want to tell you something real quick here, okay? Because we have been having a lot of very important conversations over on the Patreon, guys. Last night we were talking about crypto outperforming smartphones and the internet. We were talking about Onyx Coin all-time highs. Another conversation we've had was about Coinbase and their new KYC requiring bank statements and things like that. And also a lot of talk about taxes. We've talked about recently the SEC and their cases. There's a lot of important discussions in crypto going on right now over on the Patreon, guys. We do group video calls when we discuss these things. We were talking about the Onyx token unlock, the Avalanche ecosystem and how big it's going to be, Onyx coin staking and support levels, KASPA, Miria, and JASMY profit taking, how to deploy your dry capital. Guys, all these conversations are happening over on the Patreon. Get over there and join the conversation because you're definitely missing out if you're not over there. Jetpack Rob, when do you plan on selling your meme tokens? Probably around the same time I sell everything else, to be honest with you. Yeah, probably around the same time as everything else. Listen, I'm hoping to be out of the market by about July at the latest, guys. July at the latest is when I'm hoping to be, for the most part, completely out of the market, with the exception of my moon bags, like my JASMY, for example. I'm holding about 50% of my JASMY long term, so I'm not going to sell that. And obviously, I don't sell my Bitcoin ever until it reaches $1 million. So, but outside of that, yeah, I'm planning by July to be completely out of the market, because my projection is that the top of the market's going to be somewhere around the middle of September, as you guys know. So that being the case, I like to front run the market and get out early while FOMO was still happening, right? Because you have to make sure, and again, guys, this is yet another conversation that we discuss adamantly over on the Patreon. That's why you got to get over there. You have to make sure that your exit price points for when you're taking profits and when you're exiting the market, that there is liquidity at those points, guys. Otherwise, you will be screwed, right? There has to be buyers still at your selling price points for your sell orders to fill. A lot of people don't seem to understand this. They think that the exchange is buying back their tokens for and that's not the way it works. So if you don't have a plan, if you don't have an exit strategy, you got to get over to the Patreon and work with our community over there, because we're building exit plans. We're building exit strategies. We're going to be taking these profits off the table while liquidity is still there to be had, guys. That's very important. If you're new to crypto and you don't have a plan yet, I promise you this: if you're not a part of any kind of a group or Patreon, whether it's mine or someone else's, that's going to help you, but people have been through this before, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get stuck holding your bags through the next bear market because you didn't make a plan. So get your butts over to the Patreon. Lord of the Realm in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. All right, guys, I got to head to the gym. I got to get in a workout before I head to the office. So I will see you guys for tonight's live stream. And as always, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you in advance. I will see you guys over on the Patreon. We're going to do a live video group call over there after the gym in about 2 hours. So make sure you guys are there for that. And I will see you there. Yes, exactly. Jetpack says, get into the Patreon. Absolutely. All right, guys. I will see you guys later.